Hello and welcome back with another character Datafile. Today we're going to talk about Agent Daniels from the Enterprise. Well, this Datafile is supposed to be on last week, but you know, it's better late than never, especially when you're talking about a time travel agent. So Daniels. So we got to know Daniels' characters from the 5th series of Star Trek Enterprise. So Daniels was a time travel agent from the 31st century. He claimed not to be part of the Federation, but as we got to know from him, the Federation was still alive in the 31st century, which is quite comforting. Daniels was really an intriguing character. He wasn't sent there to actually mess up with the timeline, but to avoid the Sullivans messing up with the timeline. It's interesting with time travelers, they never really talk in straight lines, in straight facts. He was one of them.
Can't you ever give a straight answer? Depends on the question.
But thank you for that. He encountered the Enterprise crew numerous times and he actually been killed numerous times as well. And then he came back mysteriously when actually Archer was quite surprised, like, how did you get back? And I thought you've been killed. And he said,
in a manner of speaking.
So it's really interesting actually to have this character coming back to life 3 times. That's the fun about Star Trek and Star Trek fans. We always can make up things and we always can explain in-universe facts that they didn't really explain to us previously.
I've had this conversation with half a dozen people.
So just remember 7 of 9 from the episode Relativity, when she been actually recruited all the time when she failed on a mission initially. So maybe someone recruited Daniels as well during the Enterprise, that's why we got to see him all the time. So in the side of Daniels, we wouldn't really talk about the big character development because we only see him a couple of times and he didn't really contribute to the Temporal Cold War bit. So he was basically there to add a character to the story, to see the Temporal Cold War is more of a threat than just a theoretical issue. He kidnapped Archer a couple of times and he tried to explain, okay, someone was messing with the timeline and that sort of connected with the Enterprise, so you should go and investigate and you should do this and you should do that and might be this person, but he basically didn't know anything. So Daniels was just there. And so Daniels, although I find him as a mysterious character, he was just there and he didn't really do that much contribution to the Temporal Cold War. It was mainly Archer and the Enterprise.
We're done with you and your damn Temporal Cold War.
Daniels played by Matt Winston. He's the son of Stan Winston, who actually the special effect guy. You might know his work from Jurassic Park and from a bunch of other movies. For me, Matt Winston always will be Daniels from Star Trek Enterprise, although he has a 109 credited role in big movies and series so far, so he's a pretty big deal, but for me he's only going to remain as Daniels, time travel agent Daniels in Star Trek Enterprise. So that was my little character data file about Daniels. Please let me know in the comment section below what do you think about the character himself and if you have any remarkable or memorable moment with the character. And please don't forget to like and share the video and don't forget to subscribe to receive all the geekiness every week. And until next time, live long and prosper.